this episode, we finally get a shop truck. Not only that, but it was the best shop truck on the lot. Well, it wasn't really a lot, it was a metal scrapyard, but it's the best truck there. I think it just quit. Couple things you want to look for when buying said awesome truck. I'll give you the AB3s of shopping on car lots here. Some things you need in the shop truck are reliability and drivability, preferably an automatic, you know, so anybody can get in it and go. Fuel mileage is really important. A lot of errands to run, picking up stuff. Kind of interested in that guy. So that's what we did. I think we checked all of these off the list. Fuel mileage, easy to use, dependable. That's really important. You don't want to be working on your shop truck a lot. So I'll walk you down here and let's go take a look at the new Vice Grip Garage shop truck. That one's on sale. Well, here it is. 1965 Chevrolet C10. This is a long bed step side, and underneath the hood, literally stuffed, is a 454 with the original 4-speed. This should be a lot of fun. So I'll give you a little walk around here, and then we're going to try to make it home. Isn't it beautiful? Custom seat, custom steering wheel. We've got some gauges. This is called the whole interior custom. Favorite part. See, we got a tow hitch on her for the old bass boat. And what you all want to see is the 100 horsepower 454. Now, you've heard of stuffed into engine bays before, but look at this. They literally cut and stuffed this thing into the firewall to make it fit. That's probably some of the most beautiful work I've ever seen, and I'm really excited to go drive it. So let's jump in and get this thing on the highway. Got it running, and surprise, I've got a coolant leak on the water neck here. So now I've got to find a Hardee's cup or McDonald's cup. You can use that waxy paper for a gasket, so I'll go get a big soda and make a water neck gasket, see if that does the trick. Door and that fell off. You know, these are just optional. I like to just stick vice grips on them anyway. All right, let's take off. Well, so far I'm really enjoying the straight pipes. And pretty sure she's got 411s in it, because we're not moving very fast. If the gauges work, it's already getting hot, but we have oil pressure. I don't think any of these do anything. So far, so good. I like that. Keeps you on your toes. I even got the original steering wheel over there. I seem to have oil spraying on my leg. Probably gonna have to look into that. Most likely the gauge. Hey, guess what I just did? I went to turn around. Went ahead, dipped a little too far into this approach and buried the old pickup. And it's just me, a pair of vice grips, and that GoPro. So it looks like I'm gonna walk or try to flag somebody down to pull me off. You probably don't believe me, so I'll show you how stupid I am. A few years back, I used to just get so damn mad at myself for all the stupid stuff that I do, but either I've gotten used to it or you just kind of learn to laugh at your own stupidity. So there's the old truck. Doesn't look bad, but she ain't moving at all. And to top matters off, I am in literal BFE. There's a horse right there. I've called around for about 20 minutes now. Ain't looking so hot. So I'm gonna grab my gloves and I'm going to walk to that farm and see if they got an old Alice Chalmers or a John Deere or something. Try to pull me out. Hey, I got help. This should be pretty easy.
This ain't gonna be cheap. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. There we go.
I wish I could explain to you how cold it is in this cab right now. There's no heat. And as you can see, it's a little nipply out. That's a really expensive way to turn around, folks. I'm gonna go find the closest bar and get a cup. And we'll try to use that wax cup to make a gasket, fix the water neck leak, and then I still have like 50 miles to even get home, so we got to get booking before it gets dark. Just thinking about my AB3s of shop truck buying, I think I'm going to add a fourth one. You guys should really consider heat as an option because it's miserable without it. I've discovered a new problem while driving through town using the clutch pedal. Every time I push my foot down, I seem to be snagging wires. And the last time I did it, the danged old fuse box came down. So that's really good. Yeah, I made it to where there's other people. This is clearly the place that we want to be. How cool is that, guys? Well, my luck, they had plastic cups. But I took another look under here and it doesn't seem to be leaking as bad as it was before. So I'm just going to watch the coolant temp and try to get home. Surprise, none of the lights work. The blinkers and the tail hoopties and whatnot. So I gotta get moving before it gets dark. Just in case you were curious what I bring with me when I do these, you might be surprised. That's pretty much it. Of course, I got my vice grips, set of wrenches, little socket set in there, some electric tape, and a tester light. And I guess my theory is if it's more than that, I'm just going to push it in the ditch anyway. So that's what I bring with me. Oh, and a couple ratchet straps. You got to have them. Been a pretty uneventful trip, really, thus far. I'm a little more worried about the whole electrical system falling on my seat, getting tied up in the clutch pedal more than anything. Specifically the fuse box, but really all we need on this truck is just lock to the ignition and starter and we're good. It's an old point system, so 12 volts to the coil and ride's relatively smooth. No complaints other than the heat thing. That's I'm gonna go ahead and whine about that a little bit. We're gonna run the temperature test. I didn't see any coolant in the oil or any obvious bubbles in the radiator or cooling system, but we got to run it a little bit harder to see if, you know, she's going to get hot or not. But I'm in the city, so I'm kind of trying to find a place I can have some fun without getting in trouble, and everything's covered in snow and ice, so I got to find a patch of concrete. Well, we're 18, 19 miles from home, so that means we got to see if we can power brake this thing. Well, I guess it spins out a little bit. Yeah, just pulling into my neighborhood. We actually made it. Long list of stuff to do to this truck. I got an oil gauge leaking on the floor. The gas gauge doesn't work. The wiring's an absolute disaster. Water neck's leaking. So we got plenty of work to do on the old girl. If you're interested in that, go ahead and subscribe. And who knows what else we'll do to this. I'm kind of thinking some big nasty cam. That also means we need heads. So stay tuned. Thanks for watching.